Sure. Yeah. I thought we kind of had a little microcosm of a season in one match, which, at this point of the year, I think is actually a good thing. We started off playing great. I think North Florida was kind of, in a weird mental space to begin the match. I don't know if they were fully ready to play, and then they clearly turned it on. I thought they did a solid job the rest of the way, and so our team it's kind of up and down a little bit after the first set for sure, but really thankful to have a great crowd and great environment. First match at home, so there's always a little bit of extra jitters and things like that, but overall finished out well and started to really show what we can do at the end of the match there in set 5.
Yeah, really started and ended the match really kind of dominant fashion. What did you see from those 2 sets that you wish you could have seen in sets 2, 3, and 4?
Really, obviously the volleyball, we played it more clean, but I think just the sense that the actual confidence that the team is capable. Individually, we showed confidence at times throughout the match, but as a team, I think we kind of rise to the occasion towards the end there. And again, in set 1, and talking to the team afterwards, they feel the same way. So.
Cool. You guys did a really good job of spreading the offense. You had a couple different weapons that were firing tonight and had really good games. Can you talk a little bit about them and then the setting switches that you made?
Yeah, I think Kendall Payne and Leah Stolfus are typically our strongest attackers, and obviously we relied on them pretty heavily tonight. But I thought Tori Arrington did an awesome job. She really even when she hit well, but there were times where she was kind of struggling, and then she had 3 blocks and a 5-point series at one point, and she did some really good things. And then Riley Auction came in. She's amazing, does some great things, was kind of mentally struggling. And then at the end, we needed her to play again, and she came in set 4 and got us going towards the end there. So I'm happy for that. As far as our setters, we're still trying to find our way. We've been lucky here to have some pretty amazing ones, and we have 4 amazing ones right now, and they're trying to find their way. And I'm telling them to stop trying to be like each other and just be yourself, and we'll figure out how that works and what lineups we use. But once they play the way that they can on their own, we'll be good.
Do you see yourself finding someone in a consistent role there, or kind of continuing to switch them out because they have different strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, we've been using Alex Hoagland the most. She's the most experienced. She was a grad transfer from University of San Diego and did some really good things there. I think when she's at her best, right now she's our strongest. But Riley Romero's been coming off of an injury. She had a really good summer, and mentally she's in a great place. Physically, we got to get her full speed, and you could see that today. She was competing well, but physically she's not 100%. But when she gets there, I think she'll do solid. The 2 freshmen, Ella and Virginia, are both doing great in practice. Virginia hasn't gotten court time yet, but in matches, but she's there. She's actually doing a lot of really good things. We just got to give her opportunities.
My last question is kind of a fun one, but you guys use the middle as a secondary setter. Have you always done that, or is that new because of the setting change?
No, we've always done it here. I guess when my previous job at Texas A&M as an assistant, we kind of started it there a little bit. I've always just thought it's strange to watch liberos just bump set super high. Middles are just standing there. So I think it's fun, and it gives them opportunities to do things besides just hit and block. I would like them to turn and hit on 2 more than they do. They typically just stand and set those. I'd rather them jump and hit. But I think they all do a solid job. And, people ask how much we practice that. We really don't. We just tell them, hey, set the ball. And they're all super talented. So
I liked it. Your middles are very dynamic, so it works well.
Yeah, they're we have 4 of them that are all different again too, and the 2 that played tonight, like Leah and Caitlin, are unreal. They're just great athletes, and it's fun to see.
Yeah, to have your middle get almost nearly the most attempts of the night. Let's talk about a little bit more of the offense too. Obviously, the first set you said North Florida didn't seem to be ready, but it seemed like their defense warmed up and was barely dropping any balls. So just how was the offense able to find those holes, basically?
Yeah, and that's pretty typical, honestly. In the beginning of the year, you saw it with Nebraska, when we were in Nebraska too. The first set we just weren't there. I think we left ourselves in Texas, and We showed up in Nebraska for set 2. But, it's pretty typical, honestly. We all have to get used to traveling, and school just started for everybody, and there's a lot of mental stress for 19 and 20-year-olds. But, for us, I think once the match got going, obviously being able to utilize, Leah's done this for the last 4 years for us. She's always been a huge part of our team, and really the last 3. Her freshman year, we didn't utilize her quite as much, but she can handle a load for sure. And it's really fun to see what she's capable of. The whole match, she was stressed, thinking she wasn't playing well, and I disagree. But she thinks she was having a tough night. I'll take 18 kills out of a middle on hitting 326 on a tough night all the time. So, but that's who she is. I mean, and that's why she's as good as she is.
Maria, you're a freshman. This was your first kind of look at what a home match looks like. Just talk about the atmosphere and how do you guys think that really helped in a 5-set match?
I think the crowd was honestly really great. There was obviously a lot of family members there, which is also awesome to see, just to see that support system, with the players, but also the crowd was also really engaged all the time. I think the cheerleaders and the dance team did a really good job of keeping the crowd engaged as well. We can hear them all the time, and that's something that's good to hear. I know for the team, it can sometimes be hard to kind of stay positive, especially during, that second set. We weren't playing our best, but regardless, the crowd was in it with us. And I think, I hope to be here my next 4 years, and just to play in that atmosphere is really crazy to experience, and I'm really grateful for it.
How was it just seeing how the team was able to really make changes just throughout it?
I mean, I wasn't surprised. You see it in practice all the time, especially, Leah, Kendall, Kayla, Kendall Mahaney. They're the hardest workers I've personally ever come across in practice. They set great examples. They're great leaders, especially for me as a freshman. I say it all the time. I look up to Kayla and Kendall Mahaney a lot, and they kind of just proved that. The hitters did a really good job of kind of adjusting to what was needed. The team did a really good job of helping, the hitters see what was open on the court. And I think that, in set 5, we had 11 kills, which is insane. So, yeah.
Got, 2 more days back at home in your home tournament. Just talk about what it's going to take to kind of just go undefeated on your home court this week.
Hoping, the deep end comes out again and we get, good support from the community. It was a good first night for sure. Honestly, we were a little worried with the rain. It was pouring down right before the match started, and the students are going to come, anyway, because that's what students do, and we love to have them here in the Dugan. But a little worried with the community coming, when it's pouring rain. But very thankful so many people came out and supported, and I thought the environment was great. So that will help, obviously. We play tomorrow at 5:00, leading into the beach bash, and then. Again on Saturday too. So and both of those teams are solid. Jackson State's really well coached, and they're firing on all cylinders. They've had a good start to the year, and Texas Southern has improved immensely year after year. Alexis, their head coach, she's doing a great job, and I look forward to a couple tough matches. Hopefully not as long as this one, but if it is, that's okay. We'll handle it.